My name is Krista Counts, and today I will be introducing and evaluating some collection management selection tools for my Library Science 748 collection management course. My collection goal today is nonfiction books for a school library geared toward grades 6 through 8, which I may refer to as middle school during this presentation, and I would like these to align with the Common Core standards. An overview of the resources that will be talked about today. I've got some general resources. We're going to visit the Common Core website, specifically Appendix B from the standards. We'll look at some school reports, then we'll move on to reviews, the Nonfiction Detectives blog, and the websites The Hornbook and School Library Journal. Then we will discuss some nonfiction awards, the Orbis Pictus Award, the Robert F. Siebert Award, and the Young Adult Library Services Association Award. And then I'll end with some other resources such as the Novelist Plus database and the Scholastic website. So just to start, for those of you unfamiliar with Common Core, these are a set of standards that Illinois has adopted, as well as multiple states throughout America, and they're meant to align the schools throughout the state with similar goals for student achievement. And this is relates to school libraries because these standards focus very much on using nonfiction resources. And if you look at the down arrow, they actually give examples of the types of informational text that the standards will utilize. It includes the subgenres of exposition, argument, and functional text in the form of personal essays, speeches, opinion pieces, etc. And then if you look to the right, they actually, through the standards, want the text complexity to change throughout the student career. So there are 3 measures of text complexity for a book. You have the qualitative evaluation of the text, the level of meaning, structure, language conventionality, and clarity, and knowledge demands, the quantitative evaluation of the text, readability measures and other scores of text complexity, and matching reader to text and task. Reader variables such as motivation, knowledge, and experiences, and task variables such as purpose and the complexity generated by the task assigned and the questions posed. So this is just some general information that gives you a starting point of what kind of nonfiction books am I looking for and what is the quality of these books. And my explanation is a little vague. There's more information provided on the website, which I've also given in your annotated handout. And then now we'll actually visit the website, specifically Standard B, which is super useful because it gives you examples of different titles that meet the criteria of the standards, and they provide fiction and nonfiction. And they've divided the informational texts into the categories of English language arts, history, social studies, and science, mathematics, and technical subjects, which is a great resource because this is almost a reminder for librarians to cater to all the subjects throughout the school. And by building a library collection that covers all the different types of curriculum, it will give more reason for the whole school to come utilize the library. Appendix B is useful. You can buy a book straight off the text that are straight listed, or also Appendix B gives excerpts from these titles. And so this resource could be used just as a comparison of the quality of the material that the standards would like a library to hold. So this is a great starting point. Next, I want to move to the school report cards released by Illinois. This website ties back into general selection necessities that were discussed in our readings. Yes, we want our resources to align with the Common Core standards, but we also want them to locally connect with our specific schools. A school report card is released each year by the state of Illinois, and as you can see, it provides Student demographics, you get race, ethnicity, student characteristics, class size. You also can view test scores and different ways that the budget is split throughout the school. So this is just a handy resource to cater your school library specifically to your students. Going back to the PowerPoint, the next resources we'll cover are sites to find book reviews off of. I'm going to start with the Nonfiction Detectives blog and then move to the Hornbook and School Library Journal. The Nonfiction Detectives is my screencast cut out. So just to reiterate, we're going to move on to some great review sources, starting with the Nonfiction Detectives blog. This is a blog run by 2 librarians. One specifically works in a school, and another, actually you can see on the right, serves on the committee for the Robert F. Siebert Award, which is a nonfiction award. So both have great credentials. The reviews are very thorough, and actually many of them tie back specifically to classrooms. Some talk about Common Core during the review. These are some great recommendations. And just something to note about this website, a lot of these reviews seem to skew, just from what I browsed, toward the lower grade levels. I did see multiple ones for 6th grade, though, so it's still a really handy resource for the purpose of this project. And they also, as you can see, their latest post was about an article about Common Core. So this is a great resource to be aware of. Next, we'll move on to the Hornbook. The Hornbook provides nonfiction book reviews for children and young adults. They even have a section labeled Nonfiction Notes from the Hornbook. And this page offers resources to further nonfiction research. Also, it has some Common Core articles, and it's very handy. And there's even, I think someone commented on the bottom, as a librarian in a Catholic school, I really need recommendations on nonfiction books. So just a little more advertising for this website, but yes, very handy. Next, I want to move to School Library Journal. This website also contains nonfiction reviews. And actually, if you click on Collections, and then to the right under Topics, you can see Curriculum Connections. And here are some posts. Some of them contain information about notable nonfiction books. Some of them talk about the Common Core. So I found this website very handy and furthering my research about more resources also for nonfiction titles. So next, back to our PowerPoint. Oops, okay. Next, we're going to move on to awards. There are actually so many nonfiction book awards. I wanted to focus on children and young adults, obviously. Some notable ones are the Orbis Pictus Award, the Robert F. Siebert Award, and the Young Adult Library Services, otherwise known as YALSA Award. I'm going to bring you to these websites just to take a look at them. 2 other notable awards that you should know about are the National Science Teachers Association Award and the National Social Studies Teachers Association Award, and they both give awards for outstanding trade books in these curriculums. So for the Orbis Pictus Award is presented by the National Council of Teachers of English. This was actually, the criteria really stood out to me because it really seemed to align with what kind of books you would want in a school, and more specifically what the Common Core is looking for. The criteria for this award is accuracy, organization, design, and style. And this website shows you the winning title, honor books, recommended books, and actually I don't have the other websites pulled up, but to take a look through all the awards, just view the websites provided on the annotated sources I gave you. So now we're going to look at 2 other resources, the Novelist Plus database and Scholastic's website. The Novelist Plus database can be accessed through Dominicans databases. A lot of public libraries offer it as, and also the school you work at may also offer it. So I'm just going to scroll the screen over a little, because a great feature of this database, if you look at the right-hand side, is under Professional Resources, it offers a Common Core category. So I'm going to click that. And just going to read the description. These short guides were developed as support for Common Core state standards-based instruction and provide titles and questions to deepen student learning on a variety of subjects. So obviously this is going to be a great resource to learn about some books. And actually, so I'm going to scroll back. I can't make my screen bigger. I'm going to click grade 6. And then I'm going to narrow it to just nonfiction. And then you can see different topics are shown. And so if you have a teacher who you know is going to cover disasters and extreme weather during the school year, and you want to be able to provide some resources for her, you could show her access to this database if you have it at your school. So she can actually pull questions and resources from these examples, and these examples also provide book titles which you could offer in your school library. These ones, well, I'll click the first one. So it provides information about the title, and then as for most novelist books, you can find reviews and then more information about the book. So this is just a really handy resource if you're looking for specific curriculum books. And I just thought it was very interesting that it tied them directly to the Common Core. So the last thing I want to look at is a lot of publishing companies seem to be catching on to schools looking for Common Core quality books. So this is an interesting selection tool because it is providing you titles to explore and a place to buy the titles, but you need to be wary because these are also capitalistic, I guess, associations. Like they want to make money, so don't go into it with 100% trust, but it is still worth reviewing. So on the Scholastic website, you can see they talk about Common Core. These are examples. Well, the Common Core includes a list of exemplar texts to illustrate the level of complexity and quality that students should engage with a given grade band. And I'm just going to scroll down. You can see some of the texts. They've divided them by grades. I chose grades 6 through 8. And then they further divided them into categories like American history, animals and biology, archaeology. You can click the books to find summaries and then also purchase the books. So this is, like I said, just something to be aware of. Don't be going to these resources with 100% trust. And so that was my presentation. As you will see, you also have a handout with an annotated list of these resources. Since it's a virtual handout, I have hyperlinked all the website titles to the actual websites. So if you just click School Library Journal, it should take you directly to the website. And I hope you find this useful in your future research if you become a school librarian. Thank you.